Hello everyone, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. So last episode, CL, she has finally woken up and she found her will, I guess, to finally fight. So let's see, is it gonna be the end for Miss Noelle today? We're gonna find out. So let's continue.
吸血鬼になっても甘い狙いですね。あなたの本命は私でしょう、ノエル。
CL regards Noelle from atop her pillar. As she should, she has no need to look at me down here on Earth. And now that I've seen she's unharmed, I have nothing to say to her. I've played my part, now it's up to these two to settle their score.
さっきまでメソメソ泣いていたくせに、戻ってきた途端に上から目線とか笑えるわ。何？もしかしていじめられるのが癖になっちゃった？もう一度私の目に見入られたいの？
そうですね。それがどんな仕組みの魔眼なのか興味はありますから、使っていただく分には益があります。
So she's trying to use her eyes again, yeah, her mystic eyes.
でもやめておいた方がいいですよ。あなたの魔力量ではその魔眼は多用できない。もう一度使えばあなたは自戒します。何より
It doesn't seem to work on CL anymore.
何よりもう効きませんから。それ魔力はより強い魔力に洗い流される。どこのそのレプリカかは知りませんが、分かっていればこの通りです。
The back of CL's right hand is glowing. With my half-vampiric gaze, I can see the vortex of energy swirling between the two combatants. A scarlet curse emanates from Noelle's eyes, encircling CL like a tangle of thorns. But its barbs decay the moment they touch her body. The curse embedded in her right hand overwhelms them with its sheer magnitude. I've seen this light before. The heart of love's curse burned with the same brilliance.
ほんと、どこまでも偉そうな女。やだやだ、そんなに先輩面したいんですか、シエル先輩。これ見よがしに昔の勲章を見せびらかすとか、代行者としても吸血鬼としても上だって言いたいの？
そんなこといちいち言わなくちゃ伝わらないレベルでしたか。
いつもの辛辣さが戻ってきたじゃない。でも今さらやる気になっても手遅れだから。冷静になって下を見下ろしたら、四季君は私の指先一つで死者どもの食い物になる。もうあなたが何をやってもあの子は助けられない。それが嫌ならおとなしく私の魔眼に。
失礼。そちらなら当然真っ先に終わらせました。
For just a second, she glances at me. It seems like she's trying to tell me something, but I can't figure it out. All I can do is look back up at her warily. Hold on. Pinpricks of light fill the sky, and they aren't stars. The reverberations hit me. A dozen, 2 dozen, more. There's no doubt about it, those are CL's black keys. Noelle sounds just as surprised as I am. The rain of black keys pierces every last zombie around me, destroying them utterly. Noelle turns a murderous glare towards me, or rather towards the empty ground where her minions used to be, one last time, and then she cuts me out. As far as she's concerned, I no longer exist. Ever the pragmatist, I would have done the same thing. She can no longer afford any oversights or miscalculations. With the tables so decisively turned, her objective has changed. Now she is in mortal peril. In the coming minutes, she will have to lay her very existence on the line, not to kill, but to survive.
私の今までの戦い、今までの贖罪は全て嘘だったと言いましたね、ノエル。
言ったわ。何度だって言ってあげる。あなたは嘘つきで、本当のことなんて何一つなかったんだって。
そうですね。私の心は嘘にまみれています。けれど消えないものもある。党の士気を助けたいという気持ちも、贖罪の名のもとに殺してきた犠牲者たちも、犯してしまった過去の罪も、決して消えない私の真実です。私はそれを認めます。これから私が犯す命、私が残す憎しみを全て自分の罪だと認めます。あなたが私を殺すことを正当なものだと受け入れます。
はあ？何を当たり前のことを言ってるのよ。認めたからなんだっていうの？そんなことで自分が正しいだなんて言い張るつもり
A wall of spikes take form behind Noelle's back, like a vampire's fangs ready to sink into their prey.
いえ、善か悪かで言えば私は悪でしょう。ですが、悪だから良き生き方を望んではいけないかというのなら、それは間違いでした。だって、人間の善悪と人生の善悪は、悲しいほど違うものなんですから。私のせいだと復讐に走るあなたの言い分は間違いであり正しい。ロアの転生を止めるという私の使命感も間違いであり正しい。今私たちは同じ境界に立っている。
The same threshold, she says. They are both sinners straddling the line between good and evil. On this battlefield, they are equals.
なら、後の計りは力で示すしかない。互いが間違いであるのなら、それぞれの正しさは互いの強さでしか測れない。
The seventh holy scripture clanks into position. CL's eyes make it plain that she will say no more.
何それ？結局、強い方が正しいっていうわけ。ああ、本当に信じられない。最後の最後までムカつく女。
She doesn't understand. CL isn't saying that might makes right. She's saying they're both right. In their own way. But brute force is the only way left to make their cases. It's an apology for failing to apologize before things reach this point. But it falls on deaf ears.
開き直りやがって。それが不公平なんだって。何度も何度も言ってるじゃない！
Bells toll to announce the holy night. The executor meets them head on. The vampire can offer the executor no forgiveness. The executor can offer the vampire no salvation. With no recourse but violence, their final fight begins. Here we go. Noelle's spears streak towards their mark like shooting stars. A rain of steel that will skewer anything in its path, even a foe with superhuman capabilities. She is using distance to her advantage. At range, her supremacy is beyond question. Or it would be if her foe were merely superhuman. That vast distance closes in an instant. That rain of steel clouding the sky shatters against an opponent who doesn't even deign to block. In the blink of an eye, the Executor enters killing range. A wall of spikes deflects the bayonet's lethal tip, only to be blasted into shards of twisted scrap. This is the third time, and the same dance has played out. Noelle's resources are starting to run low. By contrast, her opponent is an implacable juggernaut, blazing with bottomless magical energy. Wiping away tears of shame, Noelle rallies herself. She knew it would be like this. Tormenting a sad little half-vampire was one thing, but her current opponent is a monster whom other monsters fear. Victory won't come easily. She knew this from the very beginning, and yet... Each blow pushes her a little further backwards. Each clash saps a little more of her strength. She can't take much more of this. Her only chance is to marshal all of her strength and kill her enemy right here, right this instant. She burns every last drop of blood in her veins. She rains down spikes until her reserves are dry. But her efforts beget only despair. The Executor is unstoppable, invincible. She can find no opening to exploit, no weakness to give her cause for hope. Is to punish the woman who took everything from me. The vampire screams bitter venom. But the Executor faces the accusation and cuts it down. For years, Noelle has pursued her vendetta against Roa. If avenging those he killed was her only motive, it would be fair to call her righteous. But her cause is tainted by self-indulgence, deliberately tormenting dead apostles, playing judge, jury, and executioner for their victims. Her lust for pleasure has claimed 50 human lives. She has used her ends to justify deplorable means. And that is a far cry from jest. All she has left is a single spear in her hand. She draws on her old skills with a halberd, a memento of the time she was a human, to swing it with all her strength. Ironically, at this final juncture, their battle has taken on a familiar form. They have sparred like this many times over the years. That familiarity forces a momentary stalemate. That is the truth at the heart of her being. She cares not for the lives Roa might take, only for those he has already taken. And this is the result. Her desires have twisted her into a murderous abomination. Now she's no different from the very vampire she so despised. A slash from the guillotine blade sends her flying. She slumps weakly to the ground, split from shoulder to hip. She plants her broken spear in the earth to keep her torso upright. The battle is over. The executor steadily advances on her incapacitated foe.
吸血鬼になったことではなく、吸血鬼として行動したこと。それがあなたの間違いです。死とノエル、弱き人々を守護する精霊と父の名において、あなたへの刑を代行します。死と。
The words rouse her fading consciousness. She is no longer an executor, nor even a clergy woman. Only dead Apostle Noel. She looks down at herself as though surprised to find a vampire's falling body staring back. Whether it is sadness or disbelief that courses through her, she cannot tell, and not now. She has sold her mortality. But something burns in her veins. How did things end up like this? I've always hated her, but I thought we had a truce. Maybe this was always coming, but it shouldn't happen so soon. Something tells me I should have had much farther to go. So why did things come to a head now? Of course. What else? My rage could not be contained. I could have lived without forgiving her. If she just stayed the way she was, I might have settled for the indifference. But not after that.
すっごい大成功！ノエルちゃんってばものすっごい！よーし！サービスでもう一本あげちゃいましょう！あ、でもこれはシャレだから追加で打つのはやめときなさいね。今ですら破裂寸前なんだもの。もう一つ上を目指すなんてほんと一瞬で溶けちゃうから。
Honestly, are we gonna deal with her? Yeah, we better deal with her by the end of this chapter, or CL's route, I mean. Why, she done it again? Noelle is seized by a grotesque metamorphosis. A newborn star flares into being, explodes and condenses into a galaxy all within her chest. An internal transformation on a cosmic scale. Her own body is the first to shatter as her curse tears through it. But in that moment she finds joy. Now at last she is her enemy's equal.
イデアブラッド！そんなものを打ち込むなんて、ノエル！
うるさい。うるさい！痛い！助けて！シエル助けて！うるさい！お前なんかに助けられるか！こんなひどい！痛い！どうして！
Her candle is all but burned out. She blindly lashes out again and again, each strike the executors match. She launches her final blow even as her body breaks. A killing trust born of her all her newfound strength. Faced with the sum of Noelle's entire being, CL brings her barrel to bear and readies her stake driver. For a moment, she is tempted to surrender to the encroaching spear, the primal scream of Noelle's soul. Then she hardens her heart and annihilates her foe. The stake driver obliterates Noelle's core. Her spear falls to the ground with a clang. She stretches a blood-stained hand towards nothingness, grasping for someone she could never reach. Her whisper belongs not to an executor, not to a vampire, but a young girl curled up, scared and alone in a chapel hall.
お父さんを返せ。お母さんを返せ。私の人生を返せ。
The disintegration reaches her torso. As her flesh crumbles and darkness closes in,
お願い返してねえ返してよ。
she leaves behind one final wish, left unspoken for 13 years. Silence returns to the ruined crater. CL remains where she stands, head bowed. She never pulled her trigger. The girl's body turned to ash and scattered on the wind before her stake driver could finish its work. She does not let go of her weapon, does not relax her shoulders with a sigh, does not turn to face me as I draw up by her side. All she does is whisper 7 simple words.
5年間はちょっと長かったですね。
A brief soliloquy delivered in a colorless tone, belying the horror of the ordeal she just witnessed.
先輩、
基本的に私たち代行者のチームというのは1年も続かないんです。だから代行者はこういうことに慣れているんです。どちらかが吸血鬼に落ちたら変わる前に殺してほしいとか、ほんとよくある約束で、任務前には冗談半分、本音半分で言い合ったりするチームばっかりで。
先輩。
だから何でもないことで、特に悲しむことでもない。 ノエルは吸血鬼になって、人間社会にとって害悪になった。精神的な問題ではなく構造的な問題です。彼女はもう人間を殺さなければ生きていけない体になっていた。彼女は身体能力も精神強度も並だったから、当然の結果とも言えます。むしろ5年もよく続けられたものです。
先輩。
あの子とは教会で再会しました。ちょっと驚きました。だって私より年上になってたんですよ。彼女はあれからずっと一人で6年も教会に留まっていた。修道院に引き取られて5年かけてやっと代行者になった。でもお世辞にも優秀とは言えなくて、いつも死にそうな顔をしてすぐにリタイアしそうだった。その度に私に会いに来ては言いたい放題言って元気になるんです。呆れます。それから2年経って私たちはチームになりました。ちょっとした失敗で司祭様の不興を買った彼女が泣く泣く私を頼ってきたんです。自分を弟子にしてほしい。鋼鉄から守ってほしいって。彼女からすれば死ぬほど嫌な選択でしょうけど、生き残るにはそれしかなかった。私は埋葬機関にスカウトされた後だったので、それなりに権限がありましたから。足手まといになると分かっていたけど、彼女を弟子として迎え入れました。それからずっと、任務以外では口を聞かない関係のまま、5年間が過ぎました。
先輩。
正直、肩の荷が下りました。あの子はとても生き残れなかったし、欲望を抑えるのが下手だった。こうなるのは目に見えていたんです。だから、私と組まなければ、あの子はもっと早く代行者なんかやめられて。
いいんだ。謝っていいんだよ、先輩。
She gasps sharply. Her formidable aura wavers for a moment. But that's all. She stays facing away, holding back her feelings with all her might.
ごめんなさい。あなたに何も返してあげられなかった。
Soundlessly, voicelessly, tearlessly, she weeps.
Senpai.
I call out to her once more. I know I should wait until she's ready, but I can't bear to leave her alone any longer.
そろそろ行こう。秋でも夜は冷えるんだし、そんな薄着じゃ風邪をひきます。
She nods, take a deep breath, and then turns to look at me with a forced smile.
はい。ご迷惑をおかけしました。私はこの通り元気なので、風邪なんてひきま。遠野くん、何ですかその体。
She dashes up to me to inspect my left arm. What did she do? She pulls something from his left arm? I almost black out as she touches my wound. Okay. No, I thought like Shiki had a knife stuck in him, right? And then she pulled it out. With everything that's happened, I'd forgotten that my arm was shredded to bits.
すぐに治療します。でも、首都化しているなら、秘跡は逆効果だから、この場合はどうすれば。
She continues to fuss over my arm. It still hurts, but it's 1,000 times better than watching her force a smile.
いいですよ。無理に治さなくて。放っておく分には痛みはないし、栄養を取れば治ってくれそうです。まだ半分は人間ですから、俺。
そうなんですか。じゃあ、私からの魔力供給なんかより、ご飯の方が効果的ですよね。
ええ、きっと。だから早く帰りましょう。先輩のアパートなら食べ物はあるでしょう。ほら、作り置きのカレーとか。
She looks so offended. Man, I love her. At least everything's back to normal. They're talking about curry now. Finally. Now that our long night is at an end, we can... Damn it, he always picks the worst times to butt in, or maybe he just couldn't keep quiet any longer. The moment I let myself relax, my headache comes back with a vengeance.
ごめん、先輩。俺、歩けそうになくて。情けないけど、先輩の部屋まで肩を貸して。
情けなくなんかないです。無理をせず、頭痛に耐えることだけに集中してください。あとは私に任せて。
She slips around to my right side and props me up.
ごめんなさい。抱えてあげたいのは山々なんですけど、私も荷物があって。もう、こんな時にセブンは起きもしないんですから。
I guess she's talking about her gun. Weapon in one hand and me on the other, CL starts to ascend the debris. At this point, I just want to black out, but I can't afford to lose consciousness yet. If I do, there's no guarantee I'll wake, and besides, I have more to say to CL. I have to keep being me at least until dawn comes. And so, the battle over Zoroa's host comes to an end. Okay, so let's take a break there. But honestly, Miss Noelle, it was just tragic, her life. Like, she ended up like this because of what she experienced in her life. If she didn't experience that, right? Like her town attacked by, I guess, by Roa, and then dead apostles, vampires, all those things. If that didn't happen to her, if she did not experience that, and yeah, she wouldn't end up in this way, right? You can see by the end there, when she was dying, like, give me my father back, give me my mother back. And even her body, or what do you call this? The look that she had when she changed into a dead apostle, I guess is the look when she was much more younger, at the time when those bad things happened to her. It was just sad. It was just sad for her by the end, but it's over now. But we'll see. I mean, we got Dr. Arak. Who else? Ark Wade. I mean, Roa's technically trying to awaken from Shiki, but yeah, we will find out, right? So anyways, we are going to continue this and do more of Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, in the next one. So I'll just see you then. Bye-bye.